The Fulani came as APC is coming now to help them to secure power.
So, guys, there was an interview, or let's say a call, where Nnamdi Kanu actually said everything about the Hausa, the Yorubas, and the Igbos, which I think is the main reason why the government is still keeping him in custody. But I'd like you guys to just watch that video. It's an interesting one, actually, where he came out to say a lot of things about the Igbos, the Yorubas, and also about other politicians that their hands are in him being in custody. So he came out to say things about them. I'll play this guy for you. Just listen to this video. It's a very interesting video at that. Watch this video.
You know, we have some documents, barrister, never seen before in the zoo. Nobody knows. Not even Awolowo has this document. But we tell them about Yoruba people. The same way you have Igbo people in the hinterland of Biafra land is the same way that you have a place called Metropolitan or Yoruba proper. The people you see in Lagos, those you see around Abeokuta, the people, Egba people, Ibarakpa people, the people of Egbado, Ketu, the people that they call Popo, these are people of Porto-Novo, and Awori people of Ota, where Obasanjo comes from. Awori, that's who he is. He is not proper Yoruba. Do you know that, barrister? They are not proper Yoruba people. Yoruba people, their boundary stopped at a place called the Iwo, all the way from Kishi. The old Oyo, which is called Katunga, was destroyed in 1837. Destroyed by the Fulanis in 1837. Destroyed completely and hopelessly. That is the proper Yoruba people, but because of their influence and their conquest, they spread their language all the way to the sea, to places like Ekpe, in Lagos, Ijebu, Egba, Ibarakwa, a place called Ketu, spread all the way to the Dahomey.
You are sounding like a Yoruba man yourself, director. You know all the names.
Oh my God. Barrister, they are not Yoruba. Obasanjo is not a Yoruba man proper. Obasanjo is a satellite Yoruba man. His place is not part of the old Yoruba proper. That was their name. Oyo are the Yoruba people. Oyo, the proper Yoruba people. Oyo, their spiritual home is at Ife. What we did not do, you see, we are very peaceful people. We did not force anybody else to impose our dialect on them. Oyo is the proper Yoruba people. The Oyo Empire. They spread their empire. You see, they said the Igbo people are domineering. They dominate you. Oh, they domineer. They will come to Calabar. They will take you. We are asking Yoruba people, how did you break away from Oyo, Igoho, all the way to Awori? How? By conquest. You fought wars. How did Yoruba people go all the way from Iwere, from Isheyin, from Sabe, from a place called Obomosho? Even Ikoyi that you're listening, Ikoyi is not the island in Lagos, so there is the proper Ikoyi. It's in a place called Yoruba proper Ikoyi in present day. Let me get my...
the accent is different. The accent is different.
Of course they are different. These are the proper Yoruba people. They are out of conquest. They spread their war. If not for conquest, if Yorubas were like the Igbo people, for instance, today Obasanjo will be speaking his own dialect, not Yoruba. Today, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be speaking his own language around Porto-Novo. All the people around the Ijebu land, including Awolowo, they will all be speaking different language, including Mushood Abiola, different language from Yoruba. But because Igbo people did not venture out in conquest, that's the difference. Yoruba went to war to conquer people. Do you know the only major ethnic nationality that did not go to war to conquer anybody? Barrister.
Director, it's us. It's the Igbos. It's the Biafrans. We didn't fight anybody.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't annex any individual.
They are laughing of Oyo, not they are laughing of Ijebu land or Egba land. No, are laughing of Oyo. These are the proper, they are called, the Europeans call them the Metropolitan Yorubas. That was the place that Kakamfo, what is the man's name again? Afonja. The same thing that, listen very carefully, the same thing that Rocha Sokocha is doing was what Afonja did. He went and said, come and help me to secure political power. The Fulani came as APC is coming now to help them to secure power. And then after that, what happened? They killed the bastard and took over. A Lorin became an emirate. The old Oyo was completely destroyed. In fact, they marched on to the sea to bring Islam to the sea until Islam touched Tinkan Island in Lagos. The reason why we have done this research very meticulously in the past few days is to remind people that history has a habit of repeating itself. if you don't learn from it.
If you ignore it. Yes,
If you ignore it.
will
The same thing that happened to Kakanfa Fonja while Yorubas were decimated by Islam. Yoruba cowards broke away from Oyo. The proper Oyo, the Yorubas were not close to the sea. Yorubas were not sea people. They never came close to Atlantic Ocean. The only way they come there was via conquest. They conquered the lesser people like Obasanjo's village. They took them over. The people called Awori people. A-W-O-R-I. They are not Yoruba. Ijebu are not typical Yoruba. No. Egba. No. Ibarapa. No. Ketu. No. The real Yoruba people are the people of Sabe. People of Iwere. Isheyin. Ago. Oja. Obomosho. Ikoyi. Ofa. Oshogbo. Ede. Iwo. Ilorin. A place called Katunga and Kishi. These are proper Yoruba people, not those around Lagos. No.
This man is just very wise, and I don't know how he knows all these things, by the way. He's actually a good historian. And actually, I think the advice to the government is that they should know what they're doing. They should think fast before taking the next action, because the next action might ensnare them if not taking good one. Because you can see right now, this man knows everything. He knows the history. He knows what will happen. So he's now more like a demigod to Nigeria, which is why the government is afraid and why he's being kept in that custody till now. You can imagine, because it's an Igbo, and we know Igbo have their own things. Like Igbo have pride because what they have, they owned it. You can see some Yorubas went to destroy some other people just to take up that space as their own. That's actually what he explained in that video. And the Igbos, we are on our own, and yet we are the threat to Nigeria. We will not conquer anybody. We are just on our own, yet we are the threat. This to tell you how Igbo, this is to tell you the origin of Igbo's pride. Igbo have pride because everything we have was all merited. No stolen mandates. Nothing was stolen. It's all ours. That's why Nnamdi Kanu is fighting effortlessly to get back what is ours, what is his. Because right now, the government keeping him there doesn't prevent the Biafra agitation to continue. Because right now, the Biafra agitation is even coming up more and more. You have someone in Finland trying to bring up this Biafra stuff. We have other agitators also, and also other northern leaders sending message to Tinubu. We know about the 50 lawmakers that sent message to Tinubu that he should release Nnamdi Kanu. 50 lawmakers. You could imagine people that are coming out now to support the Biafra land, and also sending message to Tinubu that he should help release Nnamdi Kanu and let peace reign in the southeast. So guys, before I play this last video, I want to play for you guys. If you are new to my channel, subscribe, like our video. But I'm sure you learned a lot from that video you just watched. And don't forget to share your friends to also do the same. I'll see you guys in my next video. Watch this video, guys.
Dennis Amakri, I'm coming back to you. In 2015, after the election, there was a revelation by one Kawo Baraje about how they brought some bandits. In fact, they call them armed militias from Mali, Burkina Faso, and other African countries to Nigeria to help win the election. Do you think that that's the reason why we're still having this insecurity issue in Nigeria? Can you link this recent banditry issues or ongoing banditry issues to that issue of getting Fulani militias from Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, others to win 2015 election? That statement linked to Kawo Baraje in late 2022.
The answer is yes.
Oh wow!
And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to Boko Haram because that's where it started. You see, we have to be one country, because if we're not one country, then we're just deceiving ourselves.
Exactly.
Patriotism is one that you see everybody as one. 1914-15, the election. Remember, President Buhari has run that election for almost 3 times. He failed.
Yes, please. Very correct.
And this time, he felt that, okay, they must get it by all means. And, of course, there was a coalition that came up with a party. And, of course, maybe everybody in that party might not be aware of it, but there were some people that were brought. Even Buhari himself said it. I'm saying this because it is not rumor. When the president of Chad, the present president of Chad, when he took over from his father who died, came to Nigeria at Aso Rock, they asked Buhari, appointed journalist asked him, what are we doing about these bandits? They were called bandits then. And he said they will take care of them and let them go back to where they come from. That's President Buhari. I'm quoting him directly. If you go to the archives, rewind the tapes, and you will hear him. He said it.
Yeah,
where they came from, that means they are not Nigerians. You know, they are not Nigerians. And these guys are French-speaking Fulanese.